Hi, and welcome to this episode of Your Black World News. I'm your host, Roosevelt Mitchell III. Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton has been very vocal on the subject of race, famously saying before Super Bowl 50 that he was an African-American quarterback that scares people because they haven't seen anything that they can compare him to. However, in the wake of Colin Kaepernick's national anthem stance, his comments and the widespread reaction to them, Newton took a whole different tone this week. In an interview with ESPN's Trey Wingo, Newton says that he does not support or disagree with Kaepernick's protest. His no response comes just 2 weeks after claiming that racism is no longer an issue in this country. He told ESPN in a recent interview, "How does 1/8 of an inch, something so small, be the difference? And that's the thickness of our skin, 1/8 of an inch. And under that, we're all the same color, you know, and that's the big picture." Then Cam starts to try and justify his no response as to either he supports Kaepernick or not by saying that a lot of the scrutiny happens when athletes start talking about race. On the September 1st edition of ESPN's First Take, sports journalist Stephen A. Smith criticized Cam Newton for his interview. Smith started off the segment giving Newton a rundown of the injustices black people have had to face. The commentator mentions the poll taxes, IQ tests, and voting laws that prevented black men from voting after being granted the right, and then says that Newton knows what racism is and you gonna just dance around it like you have nothing to say. So what do you think of Cam Newton's no response or response to this issue coming just 2 weeks after he stated in an interview that racism no longer existed in this country? Does that change your view of Cam Newton? I would love to hear what you think, so please leave a comment in the section below.